Hello.
Hi.
Monty, Stace and Mel here with you for show and telling.
Yeah.
Before we get into it, I just want to talk about our new podcast gear. It's off our head, off its head.
It's literally like we've been given $1 million.
I can't tell you how excited I was to take it out of the box. It's the Rodecaster Pro, and it's amazing. And we've got new microphones, and it's got like sound effects built in. It's got this. It's the easiest thing to use because I
used to use them so bad.
So bad. Why did the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Do you get to the other side? Mate, it's got all built in. That was epic. A good one, Stace.
Oh, yes.
And you can change them up. All right, that'll do you.
It's so good.
Yeah, literally. We can
awesome.
We can put in, songs, not that you're really allowed to use songs, but yeah, anything. So then when we are talking about something, I literally just hit one button. And I'm so bad at technical stuff, and this is easy. So I'm so excited because we've been using
and sleek and no more crackles, regular listeners.
No, honestly,
sound.
Gear that we were using, I literally got after I lost my job in Sydney radio. I'm like, I'm going to start podcasting, and podcasting wasn't even really around. I remember I had to go to different shops, and I bought the biggest gear, and it cost me like $2,000. It's so hard to set up. This is amazing. So head to showandtellonline.com.au. There's a piece up about it.
Yep.
And you can see how simple it is and slick and beautiful. And if you're into podcasting, I highly recommend this. Let's go into our peaks of the week.
Yep.
Let's start with you, Mel.
Mine's sort of a depressing peak, but informative. I have this in my shower, this row of mould that's in the silicone.
Yeah.
I can't get it out. It's inside. It doesn't matter. Exit mould, scrubbing, domestos, nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I did what everyone does when they want to know something. I looked up YouTube. I went onto YouTube, how to remove mould. Okay. And it works.
Really? Because that's mine's.
Does it eat away at the granite too, though?
No.
Is it granite? Is that the
What's
word?
granite? Granite's like your kitchen.
Grout. No.
Grout.
No.
Okay.
Well, look, I don't have tiles. I've got tiles at the bottom and the walls are like splashback, like one piece, two big pieces.
Right.
Anyway, so this is what you do. Yeah. You get domestos onto toilet paper or even like cotton wool, and you soak it. You got to put gloves on, and then you shove it up, so almost press it into the silicone.
If you can. Well, it won't stay in the silicone.
Well, it will because it's so wet it sticks to it from the amount of domestos in it. It'll blow your nose holes off, so just make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. Leave it for, I reckon, 24 hours. I swear to God, it gets rid.
Is it all gone?
It's gone.
And you don't even have to scrub it.
It looks brand new.
Oh, shit. That's awesome.
Swear to God. Even if you want to just try and do one little bit, just do one little bit.
Full strip of my, like down the bottom where the glass makes the silicone, it's gone totally black.
It's so revolting.
How does anyone avoid mole?
It's so gross.
My mum has not one.
Mole.
My mum has not one speck of mould, even growing up. But
my mum doesn't either.
That's
not
because
one
she
bit.
dries the shower every single day. I'm like, I'm not
my
interested
mum's
in
next
doing
level.
that.
That's really full on to dry. So after she gets out, she dries the shower.
Even when we were kids. And remember when the showers used to be, it was like a 3-panel glass?
Yes, where you'd open it. Yeah.
Right? Even then, she would get in there, dry the entire thing. So never a speck of mould.
Yeah, well, I mean, good on her, but I'd prefer mould and just save that. On my pa, when it used to rain, he'd get out after the rain and chamois his car off. Always. You don't ever see anyone chamoising their car anymore.
No, you don't.
Like, when's the last time you saw someone even
Was he chamoising it because, like, this is a good opportunity to clean my car?
Yeah. Or just to get the
worried.
wet off and everything. After it would rain, and if his car was out there, he'd chamois it off.
Little Pazzy.
Remember how people, like professional swimmers, like the kids in your school who were really into swimming?
I had a chamois.
Yeah, they would have a chamois.
I had a speedo tub. Yes. That you wrung that thing dry.
What for?
To dry your body.
Dry yourself in between races.
Are you joking?
You'd have a small window to move to a race and stuff, and you were cold, so you would dry yourself. I totally had one.
Oh my God, did you have a ShamWow? Remember the ShamWow?
No, what's that?
It was like a chamois. It's a super absorbent thing. It was one of those, like home shopping things, and it would show like some guy would like smash a whole can of Coke onto the table and just put the ShamWow on it. and like
it would
lift it up,
ShamWow
and
off.
it would ShamWow the whole thing off.
You're such a cleaner. Like, you know, even just looking at you, like you're just a cleaner. Like you're definitely scrubbing your house.
Oh, without doubt. You do. Every time I call you, what are you doing?
She
Listen
cleaned
to
the
a
bathroom.
podcast.
Clean the
Listen to
bathroom.
Cleaning the house, listening to a podcast.
Yeah, but I'm very untidy.
Are you?
I'm clean, but I'm untidy.
I reckon I'm tidier than I am clean.
So I'm definitely tidy.
Yeah, I'm tidy.
Oh, no. And the other way.
Cleaning's the worst. That's shit you outsource. Big time. I don't care. I can't feed my kids. I'll never let my cleaner go.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Okay. My husband says he's constantly like, a cleaner saves our relationship.
It does.
Because I'm not constantly then saying to him,
clean your shit off the bowl.
Well, who's going to clean that? I'm going to clean it.
Yeah, definitely saves your relationship without doubt. My peak this week, it's Halloween. Right?
Yes.
And my boys are so into it. So they're 7 and 5, and Halloween is up there with Christmas for them. Like they get so excited because they love all the scary stuff, decorating, and the thrill when you're a kid of getting a little bit scared.
And
so
just
delightful.
so much lollies.
And so many lollies. And so Arlo, my little boy, woke me up this morning because I decorated the front yard, and he's like, Mum, you got to get up. Like burst into my room.
Oh, my God.
So excited. Mum,
So
you got to get up. You got to get up. You've got to come and see this. You're going to love it. And as he walks out, he quickly ducks back in, tickles my toes, and he goes, wake up, toesies.
Oh, my God.
And that sentence is the highlight of my week.
Yeah.
Wake up, toesies.
You'll remember that for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you
Because
totally
he was
will.
so
Yeah.
excited and so excited
That's
to
so cute.
share. And I went out the front and they've used sticky tape on the fence and shit. And I'm like, this is really fucked up, but my toesies are awake. That's all right.
So they
So
decorated
they've just got
it.
like little
Your
skulls.
boys did it.
Yeah, my boys did. They've got little skulls and stuff, and they've put sticky tape on
Didn't you see the
fence.
picture when you came in on the front
I
fence?
saw it, but I was confused with him thinking it like it appeared overnight, but he had done it.
Oh, they'd done it. They
Yeah.
decorated the whole thing. It's so cute.
It's Halloween's
very
a very
cute.
fun
Halloween's
holiday.
brilliant. I don't care that it's an American thing. It is so unbelievably awesome that we should
It
get
is. It's
right
the
into it here.
best.
Yeah.
Best. Now
I
we
don't-
just need more people to buy in, so it's not one house walk 10, one house walk 10.
Yeah.
We need all of it. Like in America, it's like off its head. There's not one house that you can't.
Yeah. That's when we go to America, when we eventually get over there with the boys, I'm going to do it over Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So great.
What's your peak, Stacey?
Well, my peak is so I obviously have 3 boys. My oldest is 8, and we're going through a phase where he doesn't want to do what the other 2 want to do. So we've got like the 2 who want to do the zoo still, and my eldest who's like a poo-pooer.
Too cool
like,
for school.
Too cool. No parks
know what?
anymore. No.
Yeah.
He's fine when he gets there, but you have to really force him there.
I hate stroppy kids like that.
Yeah.
Mine's like that too, and it's like, this is so irritating.
Yeah,
And I know
totally.
it's boring. It's like, no, it's
Actually
not.
not. Make your own fun when you're there. So we forced my eldest to go to the zoo. So I was just really like, this needs to be fun,
Yeah.
so I can get him here again. And so it's not a downer. So we get to the zoo, and it's an open range zoo. So you get in a bus and you can do the walk part, but then at the end we always jump on the bus and go through like safari, you know?
Yeah.
And the animals were rogue. Like
right.
it wasn't just one. They were all, it was like something was in the air.
Like
So we
something with the
we
moon.
struck gold. Like we came out of the gate and there was an ostrich basically attacking the bus in front of us.
Excellent.
Sat in front of it so it couldn't move. Had to wait for the ranger to come. But then we were stuck with the gate open, so they were worried it was going to run out of the gate. So we started out with that, and then it slowly walked up to us after the ranger had moved it to do the same thing. And we were in the front carriage, so it was like
God.
the window. Like there's no
Ostriches are
windows.
so scary.
Oh, mate, they could take your eyeballs out
yeah,
in
their
one
claws
swoop.
are like, yeah.
And they're fast, so they chased us. So the kids were just in heaven. It was awesome.
Can they get into you?
Yeah, it's open, so they can get their nose in. So you have to like lean off.
Oh, my God.
Right.
It's pretty awesome. It's the closest thing to an African safari we're ever going to get here.
Yeah, in Werribee.
Yeah, exactly. In weather. And then we go into the main open area where there's like giraffes, zebras, all that stuff.
Is there elephants?
Is there elephants?
No,
I don't know
there's
if I
not.
saw elephants. No, there's not.
There's elephants there, but not. I mean, imagine an elephant went rogue.
Yeah, people
that's
die
it.
from that shit. Is there
Yeah,
rhinos?
totally.
though?
Over.
Yeah,
Oh,
rhinos.
like more people die of like apparently rhinoceros than plane crashes each year.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, we are trying to get out of the open range up through the gate, and a rhino started charging the bus. Like we were like, is that Rhino running at us, and all of a sudden, you could tell the bus driver was a bit caught off guard too.
Yeah.
Literally chasing the bus and banging into the side of the bus and trying with his horns to pop the wheel. Like,
wow.
No shit.
Oh, my God.
Kids, because you know when your kids are at that age where they really genuinely don't sense danger properly, like they're with their mum and dad so they're safe, like it's just nothing would happen.
Yeah.
So my kids were like, this is awesome. And I had a few moments where I was like, what happens if he does pop the tyre and we're kind of stuck here and we've got to get out onto another bus, literally in the middle of Rhinos? Another one comes to join it.
Oh, my God.
And then the bus driver like slowly moved to try to get him off it because he was on the side of the front wheel where we were sitting. And then it just ran back in front of the bus again. Like it would not let the bus move. And then anytime he tried to move, it would like start pushing it with its side.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It's like a horror story.
It was.
That's gross.
I turned to my oldest Raph and I was like, wasn't going to be fun, was it, mate? And he was like, this is awesome. I'm like, I know.
Thank God they did that though, because you
had to call the ranger. The ranger had to come and like the bus had to move for the ranger to squeeze the car through with food on the back to bait it to chase the car.
Oh, wow.
To get it off the bus.
Oh, wow. Cool.
It was
What
it
does
was
a rhino
huge.
eat? Was it just meat?
It was grass and stuff.
Grass? How dull.
I know.
Do you reckon they're vegos, rhinos? Does a rhino eat meat?
I don't think so.
You don't reckon?
No, I don't think so, because after watching that show, the Game Changer show about plant-based diets and stuff,
Yeah.
a lot of the strongest, biggest, muscliest animals are plant-based.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, but it was huge. Like it was huge.
I would have had a turd in my undies. I'm not even joking.
Oh,
I
but
would have
you're a
shit
fraidy
myself.
cat.
Yeah, I am.
It was
I am.
adrenaline. It was an adrenaline time. Like what? I don't know what word I'm looking for. But
An adrenaline time's not the word.
no,
Adrenaline rush?
It was an adrenaline rush where you're like, oh my God, is this thing actually going to
Had to
ram
go.
me?
I had such an adrenaline time last night.
Lyrical genius. Face in it today. But that was my peak because I was like, we fucking nailed this excursion.
Oh my God.
Like that was good.
Going to school telling that story.
Yep.
Wow.
Good on you for doing excursions like that with your kids.
Well, what do you do with 3 boys, man? I can't be in my house.
I
They
take them
drive
to
me
play
mental.
centres, and I know some people are either anti or pro play centres. They've saved my sanity, play
Oh,
centres.
they've saved every parent's sanity. Who are we kidding?
I mean, you can sit there and you can order coffee and the kids go and play. It's just heaven.
Yeah,
I actually
it is.
love play centres. The first to say it. I love them.
Yeah, I love them too. I just get the germs get me every now and
Yeah,
then.
me
I'm like,
too.
I'm going to take you out. My kids are into bike tracks and shit though, so I can do that.
I cannot get my son on a bike to save myself. I have to bribe him every time. Every single time. He's just so not interested in getting on his bike.
A lot of kids aren't. They'll get there. They're not going to not ride a bike.
Yeah, but I'm worried. My nan couldn't ride a bike. I remember my nan was in
I can't
her
ride a bike.
late. See?
Huh? You
Can't
can't ride a
ride a
bike.
bike.
I was never allowed to have a bike as a kid
Why?
because my parents had a friend that got hit by a car.
Oh,
So it was
no
just-
wonder you're a
It was just
stresshead.
that's it. It's just that shit. I
Genetic.
wasn't allowed to have a bike. Yeah, but
But
you know
if you
what?
got on a bike right now, are you telling me
I
you
guess
wouldn't pedal?
I probably could.
No, you couldn't.
No, I think I could. No, hang on a minute. When I was probably in grade 6, I was at my best friend's house and she had bikes with her sisters and she said, oh, do you want to get on the bikes? And I said, I'm not allowed. And she goes, well, just go around the court. So I got on and I got the hang of it. But then my mum rolled in. She was fucking pissed at me for being on the road.
Wow.
But do you know what I will say? My kids have said to me a few times now the weather's getting nicer, oh, Mum, can we scoot to school? You walk with us and we'll scoot. I've got this real fear of driveways.
Yeah,
Like
driveways
going
is
past
scary.
houses
It's
and
awful.
driveways.
How can you not though? Your parents put fear into you.
Yeah, but you know what? I wouldn't like my kids riding a bike to school or anything either. If I look at it now, my kids are still young though, 11 and 9. You reckon when the kids are 11 you'd let them
Yep,
ride
I
to
would.
school?
100%. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
See, I see kids, when I'm driving my kids to school, I see kids around that age riding to school on their own and I'm like, what are they doing now?
You're funny.
Riding like that.
The driveways are an issue, but I have to. They're in those parenting moments where you say to yourself, just take a deep breath and let it go.
Yeah.
Like I tell them what to driveways, but I've got to let them
Yeah.
go and
Yeah.
learn.
I can
like,
see the
because
whole
it's-
thing.
yeah.
I can see the whole thing unfolding.
Yeah, same.
Anyone wants to
I
go
just have
back to
to
our
turn
mental
an
health
eye.
podcast? That's a couple of podcasts
Yeah, that's
ago.
explains.
That's a normal thing. It's
Although
just
I
that
don't think that's
you
unreasonable.
stop them doing it. I just have
think
to.
that's
I
unreasonable.
I
Yeah,
honestly do think your parents not letting you ride a bike is unreasonable. Like that's like not judging their parenting style, but judging like
It's
not letting your kid ride a bike is pretty hardcore.
I spend every weekend finding bike tracks.
Yeah, but you're going on a bike track.
Yeah.
But even
that's the difference. You're not just
No.
riding.
But they do. They ride around the streets too. It's normal to you because you grew up with it. But that's
maybe.
Like mega
but I
strict.
could say the same thing to you. It's normal to you because you grew up being allowed to do it. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I guess it's the environment you brought up in.
Totally.
At some point
I think you're definitely in a minority.
But that's like saying I don't want you to go in a pool because you might drown.
Yeah,
it's not.
It is.
It's a bike.
No, it's not. Because you can teach a child to swim.
You can teach a child to ride a bike.
Yes, but things can happen that's not reliant on how well your child
like
rides
a rip
the
on
bike.
the beach.
Oh, I wouldn't be letting
car
my
coming
kids,
over driveway.
I wouldn't be letting my kids go out and swim in the beach. Like,
what do you mean?
No, hang on. If I was at the beach with my kids,
I
wouldn't let them go out into the where their feet can't touch the ground anymore. No, I wouldn't allow that.
Right. So where we grew up in Williamstown,
my 8-year-old does that.
There's where we grew up in Williamstown.
It was a bay.
It was a bay, but they used to have what did we used to call them?
They
were yellow. They were orange, like pontoons.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty decent swim. Like I remember I used to get nervous because I couldn't touch the bottom.
Yeah.
But we all used to be out there and we'd sit on it and we were rough and tumble and it was so much fun. But I was in primary school, easy.
Yeah.
But that was out there, but it wasn't. Like, of course, there's a risk in it, but at the same time, it's like,
yeah, no. Hey, we all parent differently. No judgment here, right?
When I stay on the bank with my 2-year-old, this is what I've noticed about 3 kids too, is that you let them do things you probably wouldn't otherwise do because you've got to look after the younger one. But he goes out, he'll go out and I'll stand on the beach with my 2-year-old and he can't touch the ground. He's out in the beach swimming. Raph.
Yeah. But he can swim. He's a good swimmer. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I mean, each to their own. But that's your shit. That's your shit. You realise that.
I know a lot of it's my own stuff, but I couldn't live with myself if something had happened. There will come a time in their life where they can go and fucking swim to Antarctica if they want. It's fine.
Well, they'd probably die doing that.
But
so why would you let them do that?
But not on my watch.
They're not going to do a triathlon or anything in the near future.
And you know what?
Sure.
If they want to do, and maybe it's because I know they're not proficient enough to go and swim.
Yeah, you would know your kid. Like you would know your kids' levels of where they're at.
Yeah.
You know, like if they're not good swimmers, I wouldn't let them go out past their head either.
No, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I just and they and they get that stuff with their dad. Mark took them camping and took them on dirt bikes and stuff. If I was there, I would have been like, please don't take them out, whatever. So they get that with him, but with me, no.
No, fair enough though. Each to their own, really, totally. Isn't it? It's funny how it is quite different culturally though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Like I know what you mean. That's really quite lovely though too, like that fiercely protective. Just
but you see how like some kids are more fearless than others, you know?
Like, 100%.
We were brought up on motorbikes. It was just, you know, and you think like we just do crazier stuff. Like if you're brought up like that, you just...
Baxter's so not crazy at all. Like I just worry that he's so not resilient. Like I literally have to bribe him with Pokemon cards to do 6 minutes. 6 minutes on his bike. That's what we've got it to. He's so scared.
But sometimes it just gets to a point where it's a mental block for them. There's nothing about his personality. It's just he's talked himself into something
exactly
he's not comfortable with. It doesn't mean it relates to the rest of his life.
I hope not.
Yeah, that's
sometimes they get that thing. It's like us, you know how like you talk yourself into something and you've got like certain things that trigger you, you know?
Yeah.
That like that the bike's gone so far and you've tried so hard that he's probably like, no, I can't do it now.
Yeah. And you know what he does? He grips his hands on so tight that his hands ache. I'm like, loosen your hands. It's like, my hands are so sore. I'm like, let it go.
He's so anxious.
Yeah, it's just like you should see like white knuckles, the handlebars. I'm like, dude, come on.
Do you know what? There's something really beautiful though in my daughter just went to camp and it was at my worst nightmare, like one of these adventure resorts with like a massive zip line and rope course and all that. And I'm like, oh, you're going to have the best time. But I know she's very risk averse. Wonder why.
Shocker.
Anyway, But she did stuff. And when she came home, she was so wrapped with herself. She did the zip line. And when she left, she said to me, I'm not doing that zip line. I said, just wait and see when you get there. You might like it. And she did it. And I got that feeling even when Back starts riding and he gets the hang of it.
So proud
There's
of
that
ourselves.
feeling of, oh, my God, I did it.
Oh, yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty cute.
One of the best parts of parenting.
Yeah.
Yes,
When they do
when-
something,
yeah.
they're so pumped with themselves.
I know.
Yeah, because they were nervous about it and you maybe had to work through it a little bit when they
Courage
did it.
and-
It is
Yeah.
so gorgeous. Moving on to a totally different topic, let's talk about sunbaking your bum hole.
Oh, my God.
This is
Can I just
weird.
tell you a quick story about that? My husband was having a business meeting yesterday with a guy who I know him well, like, you know, not that well, but well enough. And he was like just asking about me and Mike saying about show and tell and how's it all going. And Mike's like, it's going really well. And he's like, oh, what is it again? So Mike brought up the website and the first fucking thing that comes up is sunning your asshole. Mike's like, so this is what she does. I'm like, it could not have been more inappropriate. I'm like, it could have been what the inside of your vagina looks like as well. Like you got lucky with an asshole. Like,
yeah. Because we did do a piece on it. Go to showandtellonline.com.au because there's like I guess he's an alternative kind of guy and he's saying that is it 30 seconds or 30 seconds of literally opening your cheeks and having your date face the sun is like worth how much a week in the sun or something.
No, it's like a full day in the sun.
Full day in the sun.
Right?
not worth it.
No, do you know what though? I wrote that article, like made a joke of it. I would never do it. But then I really thought about it and I thought 30 seconds
It's not much.
day.
The sun's out today.
to get all your vitamin
You
D.
would definitely do it.
I'd definitely give it a crack. We're so vitamin C deficient.
D.
Yeah.
What did I say? C?
Yeah.
D. We're so vitamin D deficient that maybe going through this. But imagine then like you get a fucking burnt ring hole.
That would fucking
30
kill.
seconds. Not from 30 seconds.
Nah.
You
I've
couldn't.
never seen the sun before, mate.
Nah, it's all right. It's already got a bit of a tan.
We spoke about it on the radio show, the 3 p.m. pickup, and we've got this awesome obstetrician called Dr. Joe Scroy, and he's pretty good looking. I would not want him looking at my juts as he delivered my baby, but we get him on whenever we've got questions about that and anything to do with down there, and he's like, there's absolutely no science behind it. But then
They could
here's
test
the
it.
thing.
They could test it easily. Take your levels.
Yeah.
Sun
put
your
your
asshole
asshole
for
out.
2 weeks and then go back and get your levels. Test
But here's the thing, like you could do that, but you wouldn't get a wide variety of people doing it. And I was talking to you girls about this earlier, is that anything natural, there's not many studies put into it because
that's
when you've
right.
got big studies
money in
done
it.
or big trials done, it's always sponsored by pharmaceutical companies who
yeah.
then can sell a shitload of drugs to you. Where when it's things like low in magnesium or low in vitamin D and
Yep.
stuff like that, there's never enough done. So
Yeah.
then when you read, oh, this doesn't work, this is bullshit, it's like, yeah, because there's no proper studies done
No, I know.
Yeah.
to that
Exactly.
kind of
I know.
stuff.
And like my vitamin D levels are very, very low. So I take Ostalin tablet.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, so
Yeah.
then it feels like everyone's pulling each other, really. That's how it feels. Like they're all
Yes.
just in each other's
Totally.
pockets. It's-
I'm getting right into researching all that at the moment, and it's quite fascinating because everyone underdoses in things like your magnesium, your vitamin B, your vitamin C.
Careful with oral magnesium though. I take this stuff sometimes if I'm constipated. We call it magnesia, but it's magnesium, right? It's
Is
magnesium
that an
powder.
Italian name for it?
Well, that's what it's called. It must just be a WOG brand, right? But 3 teaspoons, it's a white powder, and you put water with it and it becomes effervescent. I am pissing out of my
Yeah, you're having too
sunbaked
much.
bum
Yeah,
hole.
Having
too
too
much.
much of it.
Yeah, but that's why I take it if I'm backed up, just to
Geez,
sort of,
being constipated is the worst feeling in the world.
it is
That's
the
hideous.
worst. It's like birth.
Have you ever been constipated, Stacey?
No.
Stacey used to have irritable bowel syndrome. You don't really have it anymore.
No,
You've
I'm
changed your
careful.
diet a
There's
lot.
some things I can't, yeah.
But she would literally eat a lolly, anything, and have to run to the toilet and
Oh,
poo.
that's my
And
worst
then
nightmare, having to do that.
Remember, she had to do a test once. This is like 15 years
geez,
ago.
people don't need to know this.
She collected not her wee, her poo in a bucket for like 24 hours.
Oh, it was longer than that.
That's so nasty.
It was the most effed up thing I've ever done. I can't even tell. I almost dry reached. Like, it was so bad, you guys.
because then you'd have to open it to
They
tip
test
it
the
in.
fat and stuff in there, like what
Hang on a minute.
the foods
You had
that
to
you
shit in
can't
a bucket.
tolerate. Shit in a tin, like a paint tin. That's how they find it. They found it.
Hey, I think our food delivery's here.
Yeah, ding,
Let's
ding.
go.
Let's get out.
All right, see you.
Great lunch now.
See you. Thanks. See you next week. Someone's at the door with food. Bye.